The channel was, from the day that we opened it, there were controversies. We were in South Boston at a time when there was a lot of racial tension, and we basically had an open booking policy, so a lot of times we'd get some flack from local people and politicians about some of the acts that we booked. We had, we would do rap music or hip hop, as it's called now, and a lot of times we would get resistance from local authorities, even from the city of Boston. So we had several incidents when we were they tried to stop certain acts from appearing through the Boston Licensing Commission and the so-called censor of the city. One of the things that we really wanted to emphasize at the channel was kind of an open booking policy. Anyone that had a legitimate artistic expression as far as music and generally rock and roll music in a very general sense, was welcome to play there. We gave a lot of local bands their start. A lot of local bands started playing there, and then progressed to better booking arrangements, opening acts, things like that. We booked a band called Two Live Crew one time. City councilor from South Boston and some residents and some politicians really didn't want that show to happen because the lead singer had a habit of swearing on stage. So we were called on to the Boston Licensing Commissioner and had to defend our position to have the show go on when everybody was demanding that the show not go on. So we went over there and we were represented by I think an ACLU lawyer. I pointed out that there was a band playing at the Orpheum Theater, I believe it was Guns N' Roses, and there was an article recently in the paper about how they swore on stage constantly. And I said, nobody's bothering them. Why are you bothering Two Live Crew? Long story short, we went through a hearing, we were heard. We had a really good attorney who, argued a very good case. They basically said that we could have the show, but we had to hire, I think, 12 Boston police officers. Meanwhile, the show, which hadn't been selling very well because of all the controversy and the papers and everything, it took off. It started selling like crazy. So we won, even though we knew we were going to lose money because it cost like $3,000 for police detail. So the day before the show was supposed to happen, the right triumphs and show, Luther, who was the lead singer, got a sore throat and he canceled the show. But the right thing won out. The censors were not to get their way.